Ever since the first few minutes of the North London derby, Arsenal was in control of the match. Zinchenko had the ball deep in Arsenal's half, and Dejan Kulusevski was very tight with the Arsenal left-back, to get back possession for the Conte's side. Kulusevski brought down Zinchenko in hopes of getting the ball, but to his surprise the Ukrainian, while going down, put in a pass to Arsenal centre-back Gabriel Magalhaes. Gunners' centre defender took the ball in his stride, and saw Kulusevski rushing in to get the possession back for the Spurs team. The Brazilian centre-back had three options for a pass. The first option was the Swiss midfielder Granit Xhaka towards his left side, who was being closely marked by Tottenham defensive midfielder Sarr. The second option was Thomas Partey, who managed to stay himself free of the attention from Tottenham players. And the third one was Ben White and Saliba, who were towards the right side of Gabriel Magalhaes. Spurs winger Son Heung-min was keeping tabs on the movements of these Arsenal defenders. Hence, Gabriel Magalhaes opted for a pass to Partey. Arsenal number 5, having collected the ball, turned ahead to move forward, and took few steps towards the half-line. Having seen Partey receives the ball, the defensive midfielder Højbjerg, just inside the Arsenal half, came in to put pressure on the Ghanaian. Granit Xhaka meanwhile moves slightly towards the left, to make himself free from the attention of the opposition. Tottenham players were not putting ample pressure on Arsenal, and they have been afforded lots of space to look for a pass. Thomas Partey slid in a pass to the Swiss captain, and as he took the ball in his stride, the front players from the opposition saw receding back towards the half-line. Antonio Conte's team maintained a very high defensive line, looking to squeeze the play. But the passing style of Mikel Arteta made sure the away team kept control of the proceedings. Gabriel Martinelli inside Arsenal half managed to keep himself away from the attention of Spurs players, and Xhaka gave away the pass to the Brazilian winger. As soon as Martinelli received the possession, Spurs right back Doherty steamed in to put pressure. Martinelli couldn't advance with the ball as he was being closely watched by Spurs. The Brazilian saw Zinchenko in space and gave the initiative to the former Man City player. As the Ukrainian captain received the pass, Kulusevski came in to close down his movement. Antonio Conte's side were not able to anticipate the movements of the Gunners, and they were giving away more than enough space for the Arsenal to receive the ball. Granit Xhaka nearby was unattended by Spurs and was eager to receive the ball from Zinchenko. The Ukrainian slid in a simple pass to Granit Xhaka. Tottenham looked confused whether to close down or to leave the space, and this made them lose almost all head-to-head duels in the first half. As Xhaka received the ball, Spurs' new member in midfield, Sarr, came in to close down his movement. Meanwhile, Thomas Partey was all alone inside the Arsenal half, and Granit Xhaka gave the ball to the Ghanaian. As you go through the events across the playing field, no Arsenal player seems to be in pressure from the opposition. As Thomas Partey looked to bring the ball in his stride, Harry Kane slowly ran into him. The Ghanaian failed to take control of the ball, and it ended up moving away from the Arsenal midfielder. This gave the closing-in Spurs striker Harry Kane the incentive to get to the ball. Fortunately for the Arteta's team, Partey with his long-reach stride in the nick of time to pass the ball to Gunners centre-back Saliba. As soon as Partey passed the ball, he moved forward to make himself free from the attention of Harry Kane. Saliba, seeing the movement of the Ghanaian, gave back the possession to Partey. As he took few steps forward towards the half-line, saw Bukayo Saka itching to make a forward run through the right wing. Partey came up with a world-class through ball over Tottenham backline for the Englishman. Seeing Bukayo Saka eating up the territory, Spurs backline dropped fast to make themselves to form the defensive cover. Spurs left-back Ryan Sessegnon was too far ahead of where he should be, and that provided the Arsenal winger all the space down the left flank. But the high defensive line kept by Spurs had already gave the impetus for the Arsenal number 7 to take up the attacking position, which could cause them a great deal of harm. Bukayo Saka charged towards the byline and took the ball in his stride, looked to advance towards the penalty area of Spurs. Even though Sessegnon arrived to provide a cover for the Spurs, he didn't move in on Bukayo Saka. The Tottenham left-back tried to block off Saka in bringing the ball towards his left side, but Saka had other plans in his mind. He shifted the ball slightly forward, and ran towards the ball to have a crack with his right foot. Seeing the intentions of Saka, Sessegnon tried to stretch himself to block the shot. But unfortunately for Antonio Conte's side, the shot across the goal post took a deflection off the leg of Sessegnon, and soared towards the Tottenham shot-stopper Hugo Lloris. The Frenchman has not been ready for this unexpected deflection, and instead of panning the shot away from the goal, he ended up making a grave mistake, deflecting it inside the goalpost, giving Arsenal the well-deserved lead for the match. This has been the second instance where Bukayo Saka's shot ended up inside the goal. The first instance was earlier in the season, when Arsenal gone away to Crystal Palace and won. Thank you for watching the video, and tune in for the in-depth analysis of the second goal, scored by Martin Odegaard.